and welcome to this special edition of Expat Living. As you know, the use of chemical warfare as weapons of mass destruction is a very controversial issue. Vietnam has deeply suffered from the use of a potent defoliant or herbicide codenamed Agent Orange during the American War. More than 21 million gallons of the stuff was sprayed over the country, resulting in 400,000 deaths or disabilities, and an additional 500,000 children suffering from birth defects. The effects of Agent Orange is lingering today, affecting both Vietnamese and Americans. Today, we're going to meet James Rhodes, an American war veteran who struggled from direct exposure to Agent Orange. We're going to learn more about his struggle, but also from his reconciliation with Vietnam.
More than 30 years ago, the American War, one of the worst conflicts in Asian history, devastated Vietnam. Many young Americans answered the call of duty, becoming involved in this horrible war. James Rhodes was one of them. After graduating from high school, this young man came to Vietnam in 1968. But by December 1969, he was already discharged and sent home in the 71st medical evacuation of the hospital in Pleiku.
I was stationed the last time in Pleiku with the 6th Special Operations Unit. What we did is we went in and picked up, shot down American pilots. We were facilitating the shipment from one area to another. We unloaded these barrels of Agent Orange. We didn't know it at the time. When the Army came over, since they were in need of bathtubs, we cut the barrels in half and gave them to them, not realizing that there was nothing but poison in it. So they took the barrels that we cut in half back to Campanari, and they would actually bathe in them. So I understand that many of those guys, you know, have died.
Agent Orange, one of the most toxic chemicals ever used in warfare, contained dioxins, which poisoned food, water, and caused serious skin diseases, as well as a wide variety of cancers, tumors, and other health problems.
Shortly thereafter, I began to vomit blood, and I was placed in the 71st Medical Evacuation Hospital in Pleiku, and from there I was sent to Seattle, Tacoma, where I was discharged with an honorable discharge with no reserve time. I developed my first tumor the next year. It was the first of 14. I had a tumor a year for 14 years. Nobody knew it was from herbicidal poisons. Nobody knew at the time, well, at least no regular person knew. I had low blood pressure in the beginning, extremely low, disabling low, and then I had the fluctuation. However, the government says that yes, I do possess these, but it wasn't caused by herbicidal poisons. The Agent Orange Review, the official publication of the government, also says another side effect of herbicidal poisons is miscarriages in veterans' wives, which mine was victim to. But yet, again, that was not recognized.
To reveal the truth, James sent a sample of his hair for analysis to obtain a proper diagnosis for his condition. The lab in New York revealed disturbing news that would change James's life course.
They sent the chart back, and it was the most detailed thing I've ever seen. It had every listing of poison or dioxin or chemical or whatever in your body. And then on the end it said total poisons in the system. and it was low, medium, and high, and mine went off the chart. I sought treatment at the Veterans Hospital in San Francisco, was treated very horribly, like I was trying to defraud the government out of money or something of this nature, and I received no treatment. And I was denied every year for 14 years.
Although James had proven that he was indeed suffering from the effects of exposure to Agent Orange, he received no help from the US government because instead of being discharged for medical reasons, his superiors conveniently discharged him with honors, thus limiting his access to proper medical attention.
One of my doctors told me that I was near death, and I decided that I did not want to die, and I notified the United States State Department and told them that I was going to violate the embargo and go back to Vietnam for medical treatment, because I knew this was the only place that is capable, or is capable of treating people with this condition.
James Rhodes has suffered from the direct effect of Agent Orange, and he's traveled the world in search of treatment options, but he found ease of pain and peace of mind right here in Vietnam.
In 1990, James Rhodes violated the embargo against Vietnam and arrived in Ho Chi Minh City through Bangkok to obtain medical treatment otherwise unavailable to him in the US.
I thought that I would be treated really badly, when in essence just the reverse happened. Went to Ho Chi Minh City, I went to one of the acupuncture hospitals, I explained my problem, I was admitted, I was given diluted cobra venom for pain, I was given deep body massages, I was given herbs, heat treatments, just a multitude of things which I had not had before. And my message to other American veterans is, there is treatment here, there is hope here. These people aren't our enemies, they are our friends. And I've been treated just like a long-lost relative.
Even though James Rhodes suffered for over 15 years from the direct effect of Agent Orange, he never stopped fighting for the Vietnamese victims of Agent Orange.
As I get older, I feel it is my moral and spiritual obligation to try to do what I can with the time I have left to help the victims here. That's all I can do.
The case of Vietnamese victims of Agent Orange has received support from all over the world. Campaigns have been held everywhere to call for justice for the hundreds of thousands of victims. James did a lot of research and chose to write articles claiming victims, both Vietnamese and Americans, had fundamental reparation rights. Published in many newspapers in America, his articles were written based on his own experience in Vietnam and his own research on the ill effects felt by victims. His efforts were geared towards increasing awareness, unveiling hidden truths about Vietnam and the effects of Agent Orange on victims, and sharing the grief suffered by both Vietnamese and Americans alike.